Okay.
Cool. If someone could press play for me, that would be awesome. It's like on the play button. It's on the play button? Yep. All right. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I rise. This is an excerpt from Maya Angelou's Still I Rise. This poem has inspired thousands and thousands of different organizations to rise above and become more than what they already are. There's an organization called Rise Above Colorado, and it's all about self-empowerment and the health of yourself, and the ability that you make your own choices. They have this hashtag, it's called hashtag #IRiseAbove. Under this hashtag, under Instagram, you will see thousands of people doing thousands of great, great things. This is all without the use of substances. But how do they get this substance high? How do they get this feeling off of not substances? Well, it's this thing called dopamine. And when you do something that your body likes, then it releases the dopamine. When you're an adolescent, your frontal lobe is still developing, and this is the one where this is the part of the body that helps you make good decisions. This hasn't fully developed yet, so you can see that it's pretty easy to make bad decisions. So if you have a potato chip, and if you have an apple, you're most likely going to choose the potato chip because it makes you feel good, even though it's probably not good for your health. And so your brain remembers this, and so it will probably choose the potato chip again and again and again. So this is where habits come in. This is where addictions form. Your brain doesn't know the difference between good and bad. It only knows the difference between how much you do something. So if you keep eating and keep eating and keep eating those potato chips, it will make it a habit, and then that's not good for you. So the more you do this, the more the synapses in your brain will form, and that will be how it is. Every choice you make impacts your entire future. There's a saying I like to hear. It says, every moment is a choice, and every choice has prices and benefits. And these prices and benefits could possibly cost you. Now, Rise Above Colorado's mission is to especially help teens. And as you can see, teens are actually making really good choices. When you think of Colorado, you think of marijuana. And you think, oh, everyone in Colorado smokes marijuana. Well, according to studies, we're actually not. We're actually making good decisions. And we want to continue that. We want to create this legacy. Our future really is bright. We need to continue this, and we need to make these awesome habits. And because you know why? 1 in 10 people with addictions have gotten it when they're adults. That means 9 of them started when they were teenagers. Now is when habits form. Rise Above Colorado also does amazing things like paint murals and reminds everyone to rise above. Rise above means to make something of your life, to do something with yourself, to really develop your character. They also have this thing, it's called a Teen Action Council, and they teach you lessons. We are trained to teach you lessons, a lot of lessons on prescription drug abuse, and they started out as a meth project. So they teach you a lot about meth as well. How many of you have actually had a talk with your parents or have heard anything about substance abuse or anything like that in school? So like all of you, that's pretty awesome. Because a lot of surveys say that people don't talk about it. And what Rise Above Colorado is doing is that they're talking about it, that they're really getting in there, so it's not so taboo anymore. And it's creating this ripple effect so that once we have the confidence to talk about it, then maybe someone else will have the confidence to talk about it. Maybe someone else will have the confidence to talk about it. And so it's this ripple effect that's not so taboo anymore. So it's not cool to do drugs because it's something that not a lot of people do. It's something so taboo, and it makes you feel like a rebel. It also gives you that high dose of dopamine. But there are so many other things that you can do. So I will ask you guys, how will you guys rise above? There's a website that the teens created, and it's by Teens for Teens, called IRiseAboveCO.org, and there's a lot of great stories on there, so please go check it out when you have the chance. Thank you.
Okay, who's doing an Ignite? Who's doing Ignite?
In Ignite, for the end of class, these things.
I could do one, but
It's gonna be hard.
yeah, it's
That's hard.
That's gonna be hard, but I could do it.
Like
persevere.
Sweet.
How long does it
Nice.
have to be?
5 minutes, it is 20, here, I'll write it on the board so you guys see it. So you guys can see it. See, they advance automatically, so.
Let's go. 20. Okay.
But for Ignite.
Does that have to be about a topic that
No,
doesn't have to be about?
it can be about absolutely anything you want it to be about.
It's only 15 seconds.
20 slides, each 15 seconds, so they advance after 15 seconds.
You do like a 20 slide.
It's very fast. Timing, please work your timing. Oh yes, if you do a Ignite at the very end, we can vote on you guys, and we'll have the top 4-ish, we'll have about the top 4 go to the big Ignite with all of the older Toastmasters. Yes.
What if you do a TED Talk?
If you do a TED Talk, you will not be qualified to do one with the older Toastmasters, but it will give you practice for the TED Talk we have coming up in December, January, that time.
Alright, another question.
See,
Is this Ignite for next week?
this is not for next week, it's the week after. And yes, I'll remind you next week as well.
But, and there'll be maybe 7 or 8 older Toastmasters that'll come, because I've invited them. And also the lady who gives money every time for perfect attendance, she'll be here. And then the president of the Toastmasters Club.
Already said,
And
okay.
then hopefully you can invite your parents or your
Yes.
guardians to be here to see your graduations.
Yes, that's awesome. So, not too much time left. Also, with your TED Talks, Palmer didn't have this, but a lot of TED Talks have slides, and they don't automatically advance after a certain amount of time. You have to click to the next one. But yeah, nights, I would like no more than 10 minutes, and that's really pushing it. Or not Ignites, TED Talks, I would like no more than 10 minutes, that's pushing it. So one more time, who's doing Ignite?
I'll try.
All right, sounds good.
I'll probably do a huge like every year.
You thinking about it?
Probably.
Yeah.
I try to think of something good.
All right, sounds good, that's the hardest part. So you guys have 2 weeks before I get that done. Super awesome. I'll try and print up some invitations for you guys to give to your parents and whoever else wants to come. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today though. So class is dismissed. Please throw your wrappers and everything away. Awesome, cool, thank you guys.
You want to hear who won?
Oh yeah, I need that. I just need that.
Alright.
All right,
So it was just table topics, right?
table topics, and we should have had best speaker as well.
Okay, most people did most improved speaker, but one didn't.
That's okay.
Okay. So best table topics is Savannah.
Yay!
This is for Savannah. And this is for the
And
speaker.
best speaker was Leonardo.
Woo! Nice. Please come up and claim your prize. All right. What will you do with your winnings, good sir?
Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen? What's your favorite thing to get at Dairy Queen?
Probably pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie.
Buckle plastic friends on the top there.
Pumpkin pie blizzard?
Yeah.
Ooh, sounds good. And Savannah. And what will you do?
Probably get some cheesecake.
Ooh, sounds good. Woo. All right, so thank you guys. I will see you back next week. Next week we are working on gestures, so make sure you have nice, big gestures. Make it flow.
Gestures again?
Be good. Gestures. Today was supposed to be voice and vocabulary, but tomorrow will be gestures. There aren't things at all.
Oh my gosh.
I know. It's crazy. Sorry, guys.
I heard someone suggested for
Like Ms. Myers did, just, she was good.
She was awesome.
telling me it was
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, like, we're just confused. Me and Palmer are just